What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new live stream. Yeah, as you guys already know, I'm currently on vacation from work for the entire week. So today I decided that I'm going to be doing a live stream gameplay of Murderous Music, music, excuse me, Murderous Muses, which is created by Davisky Studios. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. In case you guys are wondering what this is a game that was created by the same studio that did The Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker and The Shape-Shifting Detective and Dark Knights with Paul Monroe. So this is like the fourth game that they did. So we're going to be playing this, and I know I've been dying to play this for quite a long time, but haven't really had the chance to play it because of, just couldn't afford to play it. And I got it while it was on sale, so here we are today, and let's start up a new game.
Higgins quit because he was a bit crazy. You're not a bit crazy, are you? These paintings, they're just paper and pigment. Nothing else. See you in the morning. Sorry, I forgot to mention. If anyone does try to break in, then don't try and be a hero. Just call the police and run. Okay? Stay safe.
Mordecai Gray. Am I saying it right?
Unsolved mystery.
Oh, the guy from Monroe. I forget what his name was.
Merhaven's most famous artist, Mordecai Gray, brutally murdered in his loft last year, on the night of All Hallows Eve. Gray had been painting 6 portraitures at the time. They were all suspects, according to Justice Hoon, but Hoon was unable to convict any of them. Could there still be a killer on the loose? Was it Dominic Serrell, the lush burlesque dancer? Or Otto Pipistrel, our now famously cancelled ventriloquist? Or perhaps Lilith Rendell, the island's own
Ashlyn Diath. I remember her.
Sunday Finch, our twinless tennis star. Xavier Hahn, the reclusive clockmaker, and finally, Vice Justice Catherine Myers. Perhaps Justice Hoon was covering up for his understudy. We have all the juicy details coming up, but before we discuss those murderous muses, let's delve into the mind of a killer by retracing their footsteps on that fateful day.
Okay. Okay, so this is kind of strange. And why does this kind of remind me a bit of Minecraft? Okay,
Welcome to Gallery Argenta. I'm Jamie, your jovial art museum information educator. Push my buttons and see how I respond.
Okay.
During an excavation of the henge in 2011, a hive of secret passageways and rooms was found running all the way to the Aurora Woods and beyond. This giant crystal ball is one of the few artifacts recovered during the dig, and due to the ban on all paraphernalia of divination, is now safely homed at Gallery Argenta. Don't try to see anything in it.
I wonder how
That
this game
would
really
be
connects
illegal.
with the previous titles. I would really like to get to the interrogations already. Because obviously this is a murder mystery, and I'm just dying to figure out who the freaking killer is. Yeah, I swear to God, if we get Ashley Dioth again, like, girl, if that is the case, you might as well be sharing a jail cell with Medea, for crying out loud. Like, my God.
This was the last painting from Gray's dream period, and the last piece he worked on before the 6 portraits that preceded his death. Doorways are said to represent passages and the transition from one life to the next. Notably, Gray was recorded saying that he'd passed through a gateway through which he could not return. Native to Merlehaven, the wild boar is generally harmless, though sometimes still hunted for sport. It's a frowned-upon activity that the triumvirate continuously consider banning, and Gray was against the hunt too. His painting aimed to bring more eyes onto their plight. Merlehaven welcomes people of all religions, and today, Merlehaven Chapel is at the heart of the community, hosting weddings, burials, and ceremonies that mark the quarter and cross-quarter moons. Mordecai frequented the chapel as a child, up until his mother died. Merlehaven is famously close to the spirit world, with many saying the fabric of the universe is stretched unnaturally thin here. Gray believed that most past inhabitants of Merlehaven were still on the island, including his mother. During the freak fish storm of 1976, the first mayor of Merlehaven was hit on the head by Majesty, breaking his neck and ending his reign for good. Some scholars believe the fish storm was caused by a Concorde flight from England, whilst others point to a more sinister ceremony near the henge. Either way, Mayor Spence sleeps with the fishes now. Crystal balls were banned on Merlehaven in the mid-1970s, along with all paraphernalia of divination. and now only appear in painted form or behind secure enclosures for educational purposes. The triumvirate, who jointly agreed to the necessity of the new law, cited the protection of mental health as the primary reason.
Okay, so I guess we better steer clear from that
The
then.
loop depicts the main road encircling Merle Haven that runs around the island and back again in the shape of a Mobius strip. Gray said that if you stand still for long enough on the loop, you'll meet everyone on the island. One surprising fact in Merle Haven's natural history is the dramatic increase in starlings populating the island. Numbers of these iridescent birds have massively declined on the UK mainland, yet Merle Haven seems to attract more and more every day, leading to several spectacular and prophetic murmurations. What magic power does the island hold over these birds?
Some kind of witchcraft, maybe? I don't know. Hmm. Oh.
The Tornado del Luna is
Okay.
Gray's depiction of a freak tornado that occurred in 1969, just after Apollo 11 touched down on the moon. The more superstitious inhabitants of Merle Haven thought it was a sign from Mother Earth that man should not be permitted to destroy the moon as it had her.
Mm. Okay, here we go.
Saviour's bell was originally sounded to warn islanders of trouble at sea, but its ringing soon became synonymous with drownings instead. Gray's painting depicts Saviour's bell in action at Merle Haven docks, but it was dismantled in 1975 when it was acquired by Gallery Argenta. Despite its removal, some say they can still hear its doleful chimes on stormy nights.
Interesting. Okay, so these are the suspects. Okay. Butterflies, I know. Nope. Oh, okay, here it is.
The Merlehaven Butterfly Park and Centre for Tourism is on the north coast of the island and is home to over 2,000 exotic butterflies from all over the world. Merlehaven has its own unique butterfly species too, a merlefly, which resembles a red admiral but with asymmetrical markings on its wings.
Well, I'm no nature expert, but that's very interesting.
During an excavation of the henge in 2011, a hive of secret passage...
Yeah, we don't need to be listening to that. The mysterious woman. Okay, so I think I know exactly where this goes.
No one knows who she is, but rumors abound. Mordecai's first love? His first wife? An ancestor? But why all the blood? Endearingly nicknamed the Mordecai Lisa, some say she bears a striking resemblance to his mother.
Okay. Alright, let's start with Dominique.
Better known as her alter ego, Miss Moonstruck, talented dancer Dominique Serrant regularly performs her bewitching blend of ballet and burlesque at the Moonstruck Lounge. At one time set for stardom on the West End stage, Dominique's path took an unexpected turn due to a tragic death in the family. But London's loss soon became Merlehaven's gain.
Okay. Lilith.
As the last remaining funeral director on the island, Lilith Rendell ferries Merlehaven's souls to their final destination. Angel to the bereaved, she comforts those left behind, whilst pioneering carbon-neutral cremations and burials using compostable coffins. Otto and Pip are Merlehaven's most famous comedy duo, having secured Best Comedic Performance for 3 years running at the prestigious Golden Orc Awards.
Oh yeah, imagine if
Pip
Otto
also has
did
his
it.
own solo career, which includes a best-selling children's book and a cartoon series based on the Pip is Hip universe.
Interesting. Whoa. Okay.
Professor Catherine Myers is Merlehaven's current Vice Justice, serving under Justice Hoon, and is directly responsible for maintaining criminal laws and rehabilitating offenders. She's also the mastermind behind Merlehaven Manor, the island's only penitentiary, allowing offenders to rehabilitate closer to home instead of being sent overseas.
Okay. Sunday and Monday.
Sunday and Monday, Merlehaven's most remarkable twins, were already well known as the miracle test tube daughters of geneticists Goddard and Constance Finch. but they found fame in their own right on the tennis court, quickly becoming the world's youngest and most memorable doubles champions.
Okay.
Perfectionist surgeon turned clockmaker Xavier Hahn is Merlehaven's most in-demand artisan. He took a small hiatus when his mother died last year, and more recently after divorcing his wife Caroline. But his reclusiveness and rare output has made him more in demand than ever.
Okay.
Better known as her alter ego, Miss Moonstruck, talented dancer Dominique Serrant regularly performs her bewitching blend of ballet and burlesque at the Moonstruck Lounge. At one time set for stardom on the West End stage, Dominique's path took an unexpected turn due to a tragic death in the family, but London's loss soon became Merlehaven's gain. Welcome to Gallery Argenta. I'm Jamie, your jovial art museum information educator. Push my buttons and see how I respond.
Okay.
Wake up. Wake up. Oh, wake up.
Oh, didn't see it open.
Yes.
Okay. Pick up the key. Use it on the door. Oh. Okay. I see. The monitors. Okay. Let's see.
You see them too, don't you?
Access is key.
Gray's killer definitely knew him. Why? Because the crime scene had no signs of forced entry or exit, and only his coveted diamond orc figurine was missing. Justice Hoon, who was deputizing at the time, surmised the killer must have used a key. How did they get that key? Hoon had two theories. Firstly, perhaps Gray had befriended one of his subjects, or was having a romantic relationship with one, and thus had given them a key. Secondly, and more plausibly, perhaps the killer had simply found Mordecai's spare key. He kept it attached to a powerful magnet, out of sight, but easily within reach, above his doorway.
Okay. Diamond.
Very observant, Mr. Gray. I'm holding out until we can afford a big, classy solitaire. Diamonds are a girl's best friend and all that. I should probably just break a chunk off one of those ornaments. How many carats are they? Miss Moonstruck, enchantée. The name was actually Leo's idea. He owns the bar. I'm a classically trained ballerina. Never done burlesque before, but I like it. Costumes, choreographing the routines. It's not a bad way to pass the time. Until I can get out of here.
Mordecai.
You've quite the obsession with dead bodies, Mordecai. That's coming from an undertaker.
I'm sorry, with those nose piercings, I'm getting a whole lot of Final Destination vibes here.
His wife jumped from the lighthouse. He was just staring into space. His two kids drawing all over the table. Mr. Britton, the music teacher. My old music teacher.
I have a famous clock. I made it for the Neptunian Theatre Company. It was a grandfather clock you could fit a body into, but then magically disappeared, as if teleported through time. Nancy. Poor Nancy.
There's a secret compartment in Pip that I keep things in. That's my arse! I'm not going to say where it is, or it would be a secret, would it?
Oh my
It's in the
god.
usual place.
Oh my god. Yeah. Sorry, I had a little itch there. Who has Merlehaven? Sunday.
You wouldn't believe how many people actually think we've got Made in Merlehaven stamped on the soles of our feet. We still live at home, but it's better now than it was. We were studied a lot growing up. Our parents' colleagues used to stay over at the house to observe us. That all stopped when we turned 18, thank God. Now that we're older, we're less remarkable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what did you mean by studied?
Well, we both want to be the best in the world. I imagine people think that Monday's the better player, but she's always been weaker. Nausea, fatigue, that sort of thing. I try not to make a big deal out of it.
Okay, job.
Miss Moonstruck, enchantée. The name was actually Leo's idea. He owns the bar. I'm a classically trained ballerina. Never done burlesque before, but I like it. Costumes, choreographing the routines. It's not a bad way to pass the time. Until I can get out of here.
Professor Myers. I haven't done any of Professor Myers' entry yet. I'm gonna try him.
There are a lot of journalists wanting to see what goes on at the manor. We've become famous. I'm arranging several open days. Perhaps you could come, Maudie, to say a few words?
Ambition.
carbon neutral cremations, compostable coffins, but I still think that there's more we can do with the dead. You know, like organ donation and all that stuff. Mostly, I just like the planet to survive.
Girl, when you're talking about dead bodies, that is not a really good sign, and a lot of red flags. Merlehaven. Where is it? Fame.
I have a famous clock. I made it for the Neptunian Theatre Company. It was a grandfather clock you could fit a body into, that then magically disappeared, as if teleported through time. Nancy. Poor Nancy.
Passion.
Well, passion's important, but do you know what else you need? Money. Preferably lots of it. We have private courts and can afford private coaches, so we're very lucky. But it's essential if we're going to be the best in the world.
I have developed a 100% method of rehabilitation so that no future crimes are committed. And no, it's not death. I have a desire to help people.
Criminal.
The security camera we installed to protect the phone box in the theatre district has itself been vandalized. I'd say it was the work of children, but they've been very precise in their destruction.
Who has Merlehaven? Otto.
place will always be my home, but I prefer living in London. The big smoke. Always come back for a golden orc, though. They sell well at auction.
Van's key. Otto's got the fans, while that other dude has the key. Where is it?
Oh, she was stunning. Mid-20s in this gorgeous tight cheerleading outfit. It's weird, but they all like me to, do the voice while we're, so it's like they're having sex with Pip. I mean, I should be offended, but it's still me.
Okay.
Right?
I have a famous clock. I made it for the Neptunian Theatre Company. It was a grandfather clock you could fit a body into.
Okay, key. That's the one that I want. Now, where is it?
You're 3 hours late! It's your studio. Did you forget where it is? Maybe you should get a spare key made or something.
I had a locksmith make 2 keys for Mordecai and change the lock.
We only found one.
Well, then you've still got one to find.
Do you have a key?
No. Why would I? Keeps one above the doorway.
You knew about the spare?
Didn't everyone?
That sounds pretty suspicious. I swear to God, if Ashley Diop is the killer again, I'm gonna lose it.
I told you I don't have a key. There was a spare key above the door, but that's not much use when you're locked inside.
Locked inside?
He liked to lock the doors when he painted me.
So you knew where the spare key was?
Obviously, I just told you.
I'd used it once, months ago. I mean, I'd left Pip there and needed to get him for a gig.
Did you keep the key?
Nah. Actually, now you mention it, I can't remember. Maybe I've still got it.
I didn't know about the key.
Did he ever leave you alone in the loft?
No. I don't get myself into those kinds of scrapes.
Mr. Gray's cleaner says that she discovered you alone inside the studio a couple of weeks before his death.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Monday left her coat behind. I went back to get it.
How did you get in?
The spare key. It wasn't hidden very well. But I was only in there a moment, and I put it right back.
He left me alone once in his loft, but it wasn't Halloween.
Did you know about the spare key?
No.
Did you take the diamond figurine?
No, why would I do that?
You seem agitated.
Because it sounds like you think I'm a suspect.
I think my favourite one is the orc. It's so cute. Is it made from cubic zirconia or glass?
very observant, Mr. Grey. I'm holding out until we can afford a big, classy solitaire. Diamonds are a girl's best friend and all that. I should probably just break a chunk off one of those ornaments. How many carats are they?
Yeah, Pip does steal stuff occasionally. Again, I'm just a puppet. You've got a lot of valuables lying around, Mordecai. I'd hide all that.
Oh my god.
People might get handsy.
I live at the funeral home. There's not much point trying to live anywhere else. It stops criminals trying to break in too. At least, most of the time. I have a side hustle in a company that creates lab-grown meat. Cows and vegans are equally destroying the planet, in my opinion. What I'm doing is different. His wife jumped from the lighthouse. He was just staring into space. His two kids drawing all over the table. Mr. Britton, music teacher. My old music teacher. You've quite the obsession with dead bodies, Mordecai. That's coming from an undertaker.
My mum left when I was 9, and my dad died last year. Black lung. So it's just me. Oh, and Adam, my fiancé. He teaches English. Fans, feathers, scarves. I'm never fully nude. Justice Hoon wouldn't allow it. Just tease here and there. Let their imaginations fill in the rest. Anyone can be famous. I want to be adored. Put me on a pedestal and shower me with rose petals. Adam doesn't get it. He's like a dog, happy with whatever he's given. But I need passion. I want to be wanted.
Don't we all?
Well, I'll let myself out. It's locked. Where do you keep your key?
I had this babysitter once called Holly. She looked after me for years. You know, fed me jam tarts, let me stay up late. She was great. Then, all of a sudden, she was gone. There was a lot of shouting, so... Thanks, Dad. We're in London next week, then Tokyo, then New York. Drug dealer! Daphne takes care of all of it. Speak for yourself. All I have to do is turn up, because I do all the work.
Okay, that's pretty suspicious, dude. Like, if there are drugs involved, that usually sounds like a motive for murder.
They went to buy wrapping paper from Jensen's and never came back. Some idiot in a balaclava was holding up the post office with a gun. They were shot several times.
Ugh, New York was the worst. We were mobbed. They went crazy to see us. Monday hated it. Merlehaven's much better for her. People here leave us alone. It's just the tourists you have to watch out for.
Most people think I'd like to move from Vice Justice to Chief Justice, but that's really not the case. My work at the Manor is essential for the world. I have developed a 100% method of rehabilitation so that no future crimes are committed. And no, it's not death. I have a desire to help people.
And how exactly do you help people?
The Recreation and Rehabilitation Act 2017, the RRA, also known as Merlehaven's Prison Act. That's my pride and joy.
I think we had our rebellious teenage phase early. Do you remember breaking into Father's study? Oh my god. We stole his key and drank half a bottle of Cinzano. Oh, just the smell of it now makes me nauseous.
I had this babysitter once called Holly. She looked after...
We still live at home, but it's better now than it was.
Saw that.
I live next to the theatre district, so it's quite quick to get here. I'd cycle, but where would I put my bike? Kyoko said if I ever cut myself in anger, if there was blood in a piece I was working on, I should destroy it. She said it would attract lost souls and create a Zorigami, a possessed clock. Those diamond animals you have lying around, they must be worth something. I remember buying a diamond once, an engagement ring. Proposed at the beach at Bali. I thought it would warm Caroline up. It didn't. Am I talking to you through Mordecai's memories? Or am I just a figment of your imagination?
I see.
Have you been home yet? You look... I take it nothing happened last night. If you see anything strange, you let me know. Anything, okay? I'll be in later. Hopefully.
Okay.
This arresting dreamscape was the second painting in Gray's dream period. Mordecai never revealed what the painting was supposed to represent, and only spoke about it in one rare interview, where he claimed that he could still hear that infernal tick, tick, tick. Controversially, some people say they can see pagan imagery in the piece. Generally recognized as one of Mordecai Gray's more whimsical pieces, this painting depicts Marie's farm in 1975, when farmer Marie Abernathy claimed she woke up to find all her chickens were levitating, as if lifted by an invisible hand. Unsurprisingly, Marie's story was met with ridicule, with some blaming it on the work of a poultrygeist, while others called for an exorcist.
Very interesting.
The Baconian was founded in 1967 by Olivia Argenta, who believed Sir Francis Bacon was the true author of the works generally associated with Shakespeare. To this day, any play originally thought to be by Shakespeare can only be performed at the Baconian if it is credited to Sir Francis in the programme.
Okay. Interesting. Oh. I don't like the look of that painting. Like, oh my god. Mm.
Revenge of the Lake Woman is another work from Gray's dream period,
Okay.
depicting a woman rising from the lake in Aurora Woods. Some people speculate it's semi-autobiographical, as Gray's mother drowned in the same place when he was just 5 years old.
Kind of sounds like Friday the 13th.
Steve Stewart famously transported the dead in a distinctive blue station wagon until a macabre car accident in 1992 robbed him of his life and his head. Since
Oh
then,
my God.
several sightings of a decapitated man driving a blue hearse have given rise to the legend of the Headless Hearseman.
I forgot there isn't a jump button.
Abernathy's Bluff is the most inhospitable rock face on the island, luring countless mountaineers to their death every year. Whilst potentially deadly for the people who take part in the sport, it's supplied millions of pounds worth of revenue to Merlehaven in tourism.
Okay. And then we have a rusted old key. Don't know where that goes, but you just have to figure it out. guess that's everything. Oh, that doesn't look good.
Miss Argenta just called me to ask for one of the grey portraits. Just pick any one of the 6 and leave it in reception. It's going away to be tested for authenticity, whatever that means. I think they all look hideous, so they're probably all authentic.
Choose portraits for Sasha. Oh. Oh, yeah, there's definitely a connection here. Dark Knights with Poe Monroe. It's, Rose, the Canvas Demon. Oh, wow, it's speaking of Poe Monroe. Don't know what that is. Okay.
I'm a bit disappointed you didn't leave a portrait out for me. Perhaps you forgot? I've picked one anyway. I hope it wasn't your favourite. Maybe you can help me out next time? Okay.
I don't know where to put it. Oh. Okay, so I guess Ashland Dioth is not the killer this time. I mean, if that is the case, thank God.
Something has changed.
I told you I don't have a key. There was a spare key above the door.
Well, it's
What
about
was doing
time
inside?
that Ashland Dioth isn't the killer.
He liked to lock the doors when he painted me.
So you knew where the spare key was?
Obviously, I just told you.
Alright, okay. Portrait. Okay. Stuck. Keep watching. Question suspects. Police interviews. Yeah, I pretty much already know all that. Don't need to watch it again. Alright. Time to figure this out. Murder. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Dominique, the burlesque ballerina. Whilst it seemed like everything was against her, I think we all know Dominique only had herself to blame.
Thank you for calling the Tips Hotline. Tips Hotline can reveal one of the innocent suspects. This is a paid-for service. Please hang up, insert payment, and redial. Have a nice day.
Thank you for calling the Tips Hotline. Tips Hotline can reveal one of the innocent suspects. This is a paid-for service. Please hang up, insert payment, and redial. Have a nice day.
I see. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, am I doing this right? I mean, this is night 2. Okay, this is really confusing. Hmm. Oh, I see the differences now. Okay. Alright, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it now.
Mordecai Gray was subdued before his murder in the most devious of ways, by a debilitating injection to the neck. A toxicology report from the coroner revealed that Gray had been dosed with a near-perfect amount of ketamine, just enough to tranquilize him without inducing a heart attack. So our murderer knew exactly what they were doing. Or maybe they got lucky. Either way,
The only ones who had access to the drugs was the puppet master.
The method of delivery is still disputed. Some reports say it was by a syringe, whilst others believe it was a tranquilizer dart, such as the ones favored by boar hunters on Merlin. What does this mean for our investigation, though? Well, the murderer needed access to the drug, a syringe or dart, and perhaps some medical knowledge, unless dosage is something they could easily look up on a public worldwide resource electronically.
Well, there's no way we'll be able to get to Lilith because her painting is gone. Okay. Alright, so Supernatural is Dominique.
Melhaven is the supernatural capital of the world. Everything here is either enchanted or cursed. Like my dreams.
Payment. Oh.
Sure, I'll take my money for the blood now, but I still need my half of the painting when you sell it. You promise? Don't screw me over, Mordecai. I want to be famous. I want everyone to know my name.
Sounds like a motive for murder.
boxes of old rocks, photos, notebooks, needles, pills. It's all up in his old room. I know I need to get rid of it all. Some of it's pretty musty. I just don't know what to do with it. I looked it up. If you dream about a snake, it means there's something toxic in your environment. But in my dream, I was the snake. So maybe you should paint me as a snake, Mordecai. It would be the truth. I know what I'm doing. I just don't care anymore. Things only go missing on nights I'm performing. Leo said it's because everyone's got their eyes on me. It's funny how the cameras haven't picked anything up. Maybe it's because they've got their eyes on me too. I am very distracting. A ventriloquist. I always thought he was a magician. He looks shifty, like he's hiding something. I've seen him in the bar a couple times. Maybe he's the one who's been stealing things. Maybe the problem is I'm still grieving. I lost my dad and my career all in one hit. I never really dealt with it. It feels like there's this black pit in my stomach, and it's eating me from the inside out. I've got this insatiable hunger all the time.
Murder?
Got to get away from this place.
Blood magic is illegal on Belhaven, as is all divination. So if that's what you're doing, you need to stop. Oh, and also, just stop. Why would you do that? You might need some kind of help, Mordecai. The origami, that tiny needle is intentional. It lets the evil spirits in and out. That's what the safety cover is for.
Payment. Problem. Oh. Heart. Wait, who's got heart? Professor Myers.
I don't take any medication at all. Mind over matter. We've got everything under the sun at the manor, though. Our patients are trying to overcome all sorts of addictions. I don't take any medication at all. Mind
Guess
over
I didn't
matter.
let it finish.
We've got everything under the sun at the manor, though. Our patients are trying to overcome all sorts of addictions.
I initially thought my exhaustion was brucellosis from hunting boar in the Algiers. But it's genetic, Mordecai. Von Willebrand's disease. Sounds like I'm some kind of promiscuous playboy, doesn't it?
Divination.
You can travel to the mainland and knock yourself out with New Age stuff, but divination has been illegal here for decades. You know what they say about the spirit world in Merlhaven? That's why it's banned.
Heart.
I don't take any medication at all. Mind over matter. We've got everything under the sun at the manor, though. Our patients are trying to overcome all sorts of addictions. I don't take any medication at all. Mind
Okay,
over matter.
I guess it didn't finish.
We've got everything under the sun at the manor, though. Our patients are trying to overcome all sorts of addictions.
Oh. Problem. Where's... opportunity. Okay, I'm not seeing it. I'll try someone else. Can't do Lilith because I don't have her painting anymore. And who's got dreams? Otto.
I've been dreaming about her.
Which one?
Her.
My replacement?
Ever since we kissed, it's just given me purpose.
Thanks, pal.
I'm gonna propose.
Where the hell is Otto?
I've been dreaming about her.
Which one?
Her.
My
I'm supposed to
replacement?
click it twice, apparently.
Ever since we kissed, it's just given me purpose.
Thanks, pal.
I'm gonna propose.
Where the hell is Otto?
Oh, I guess it didn't work the first time. Okay. And it looks like what's-his-face has a heart. Where is it?
I use 40 mils of ketamine per bore. Some of them can weigh around 100 kilograms, and that knocks them out for about 15 minutes, without stopping their hearts. I...
Kim Park. She's spreading lies about the manor, saying we're torturing inmates, starving them. Nobody reads her little paper anyway, but it's harmful nonetheless.
Okay. Magic.
It's weird, but this little dude can get squeaky in all the wrong places.
Cry me a river.
It's just easier to use a syringe, and it stops getting oil everywhere.
And you can mainline with it too.
I've been stuck in Merlhaven of late. No work offers abroad. No work offers at all, really. I'm begging Marcy's for a spot, but they're not interested. They did talk about Pip performing, but with someone else. Christ. That's how far I've fallen. That stuff with Layla, it's made me a pariah, so Pip gets all the offers nowadays.
Yeah, I kill less people.
I'm not really in the right headspace to perform, anyway.
Yeah, he's sober.
I'm a bit miffed they didn't want me to do the voice, though.
Yeah, me too, pal.
Now I'm really starting to think the puppet master did it. The ventriloquist.
We had a magician for our birthday party once, and Monday cried when he pulled the dove from his sleeve. She thought the poor thing had been suffocating up there the entire time. She was so upset that Mother persuaded him to let Monday keep the dove. It flew away a few days later. But I still see it in the woods sometimes. How long do doves live?
Sure, I'll take my money for the blood now, but I still need my half of the painting when you sell it. You promise? Don't screw me over, Mordecai. I want to be famous. I want everyone to know my name.
I need the money.
He's pimping me out.
They don't want me.
What a surprise.
I mean, do you care they're splitting us up?
Divide and conquer.
I guess it's a good opportunity.
Yeah, for me.
Boxes of old...
We've got nurses for that sort of thing. If you need an injection, our nurses will give it. We don't leave needles lying around, though.
I looked it up. If you dream about a snake, it means there's something toxic in your environment. But in my dream, I was the snake. So maybe you should paint me as a snake, Mordecai.
Seen that.
I was a starling in my tweens. Duty, honor, survival. It's a bit like the guides, but you're left in the woods for a week with nothing but a penknife. I didn't go hungry. The Baconian is looking for someone to paint their ceilings. Would you like me to recommend you? We can meet up in the theatre district once I have the details.
We had a magician for our birthday party once, and Monday cried when he pulled the dove from his sleeve. She thought the poor thing had been suffocating up there the entire time. She was so upset that Mother persuaded him to let Monday keep the dove. It flew away a few days later. But I still see it in the woods sometimes. How long do doves live?
That's a good question.
We had a magician for our birthday party once, and Monday cried when he pulled the dove from his sleeve. She thought the poor thing had been suffocating up there the entire time. She was so upset that Mother persuaded him to let Monday keep the dove. It flew away a few days later. But I still see it in the woods sometimes. How long do doves live?
Okay,
She's completely into the Mexico thing. She's been courtside in a wheelchair telling me how to improve. Well, she's been barking orders and bashing my serve, but you know what I mean. I actually think it might be helping. We learned about them in school. Pressure from underlying gases condenses and hardens the topsoil, and when those gases move around, the hills undulate. There's nothing supernatural about it. It's science.
alright, who's got dreams again? Dreams. Otto.
I've been dreaming about her.
Which one?
Her.
My replacement?
Ever since we kissed, it's just given me purpose.
Thanks, pal.
I'm gonna propose.
Where the hell is Otto?
And supernatural.
Sometimes, when I'm like very drunk, he talks to me, if you know what I mean.
Nope.
I mean, if I get really, really drunk, I can see him move on his own.
Classic living doll trope.
Miss Park has agreed to meet me at the lighthouse. The one that you defaced, remember? Just the three of us. You testify against her, and I will literally pay you in blood. Deal?
What?
Boxes of...
Nope.
Give me a pin. I do it now. I don't care. Monday's the one that's afraid of needles. We had so many blood tests growing up. I used to do hers for her. She couldn't even look. Well, they split the embryo cells in half at a really early stage, so you get two for the price of one. It's basically how twins develop anyway, except in our case, the embryos were implanted into two different mothers. Apparently they do it all the time with cattle, but we were the first humans. It's really not a big deal. There's a tournament in Mexico next month, but I'm free as a bird at the moment. Monday doesn't think she'll be fit enough, so she's encouraged me to sign up for singles. But I don't think she'd ever forgive me if I won. We had a magician for our birthday party once, and Monday cried when he pulled the dove from his sleeve.
All
She
her
thought the
interviews
poor thing
unlocked.
had been suffocating
Okay.
out there the entire time. She was so upset that Mother persuaded him to let Monday keep the dove. It flew away a few days later. But I still see it in the woods sometimes. How long do doves live?
Alright. Here we go.
The pharmacy said you collected syringes and ketamine a few months ago.
Those are my dad's. I've been meaning to get rid of them.
Why does your dad need ketamine?
He doesn't. He's dead. It was for his breathing.
And this was something he administered himself?
No, I did it. He could barely move by that point.
I was prescribed ketamine in tablet form.
Why are you specifying tablets?
Because I assume it was a liquid form used on Mordecai.
How do you know that?
Well, because you can't inject tablets.
How do you know it was injected?
Well, I don't know, because force-feeding them tablets sounds silly.
I've used ketamine for hunting in the past.
Do you know how much to administer to knock someone out?
Yes. I used to be a surgeon. That's not a is it?
Would we find any in your house if we looked?
You'll need a warrant.
Your parents recently obtained ketamine via the pharmacy. Do you know why?
Well, you'd have to ask them. But they sometimes use animals as test subjects. Perhaps they needed to anesthetize them.
Do you know where they keep it?
In the lab? I presume in our basement?
So you could have access to it if you wanted.
If I wanted. But I didn't.
I'm sure you already know there's ketamine at the manor.
Do you have access to it?
I have a key, yes.
Anything gone missing recently?
I don't know. I'd have to check.
It's either Javier or Professor Myers that is the killer. And it also could be the burlesque dancer, whatever the hell her name is, Dominique. Okay. Oh, here we go.
There is actually another room in the gallery that was built over. But you only need to patrol the parts that you can get into. Don't go knocking down walls. And be extra vigilant tonight. They've reopened Gray's murder case, and I've got a bad feeling about it. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Day 3. It's your last night tonight. You had 3 nights on, 4 nights off. What a job, eh? See you in the morning. S. Okay. Wow. Steve.
The Henge is a rock formation that was allegedly home to the last
Okay.
ill-fated great auk before being consumed by the founding fissures. The distance and angle of each stone also correlates with the Fibonacci sequence, which spiritual people believe affords it a great focus of power. Merlehaven is still a major fishing venue, and its shores offer plentiful supplies, enough to keep the whole island fed for years. The docks pictured here are built on the very same site the original settlers landed.
The canvas demon herself. I'm sorry.
Gray's painting of the Aurora Woods
Yeah, I
is often
imagine if she
compared
was
to
the
Edvard
killer.
Munch's The Scream for the curvature they share. But Merlehaven residents have noticed another pattern. For them, the Aurora Woods is sister to the undulating hills, and they do share physical borders.
Oh, the Lilith painting is back. What the hell? Okay.
Merlehaven Island was discovered in 1953 by crab fishermen who'd sailed too far out of the wash. The island was populated by many great auk, even though they had been declared extinct over 100 years before. These penguin-like creatures are still celebrated in Merlehaven's annual Auk Festival.
Okay.
Although the cause of the undulating hills' hypnotic rise and fall has yet to be found, geologists believe it's shaped by underground thermodynamics. Digging down has proved impossible, as the hill's rubber-like surface is impenetrable, and visitors who attempt the trip frequently experience blackouts and other disturbing side effects.
Here we go, the last painting.
The triumvirate were elected by the first settlers to help shape Merlehaven's future. The judge upholds the rule of law, the mayor oversees policy making, and the mage shelters all citizens together under one spiritual umbrella, regardless of their beliefs.
All right.
Can you do me a favour? I've got someone interested in one of the Grey portraits. They want to buy one, but they're just not sure which one. They've asked me to choose, but I think they're all horrible. Can you pick one for me and hang it in reception? Just pick whichever one you fancy or hate the least. I'll be by later to pick it up.
Okay. It couldn't possibly be the twins.
Find the crystal ball.
Okay, we haven't gotten Lilith's entry yet, so let's try to get hers. Heart.
The butcher's agreed to sell lab-grown burgers, but she's not happy about the celeb ones. We've already paid for the stem cells, though. Wouldn't you like to eat a minor celebrity?
Let's see. Heart.
I've never killed anyone, personally, but I could think of reasons why I might. That sounded bad, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
You shouldn't have gone. People think it's a rush. Passing out. Some of those bodies look like they've been microwaved by the time I pick them up. They're not nightmares as such, just the day unpacking itself. Whoever's in the morgue, if I've been preparing someone, I tend to dream about them. Well, not about, exactly. It's more like I am them and I'm having their dream. It's weird, but it's cheaper than cinema tickets. You've got a way of getting secrets out of people, haven't you, Mordecai? Mordecai. Mordecai. Chai. I infuse their drinks with cannabis. Makes them slightly less despondent. For a while. I was talking to the coroner's assistant about an autopsy. Shanice. She kept complaining it was too cold in the morgue to work. But before we could finish our conversation, another assistant turned up, pulled out a gurney that had Shanice on it. She'd died a day before. I was talking to myself.
Heart.
The butcher's agreed to sell lab-grown burgers, but she's not happy about the celeb ones. We've already paid for the stem cells, though. Wouldn't you like to eat a minor celebrity? You've got a way of getting secrets out of people, haven't you, Mordecai? Mordecai. Mordechai. Chai. I infuse their drinks with cannabis. Makes them slightly less despondent. For a while.
Things only go missing on nights I'm performing. Leo said it's because everyone's got their eyes on me. It's funny how the cameras haven't picked anything up. Maybe it's because they've got their eyes on me too. I am very distracting. I dreamt I was dancing with a snake. One of those big yellow pythons. Adam was pleading with me to stop, but I couldn't. It felt too good. Like the snake's body was my body. And the more I danced, the stronger I got, twisting around him tighter and tighter until he was choking for breath. And then I woke up. They might have banned fortune-telling, but they can't ban dreams, can they? No matter how much you push things down, everything seeps into your dreams.
Here we go. Oh, I guess I can't. Okay. I need an orbit to restore that. Okay, never mind. Huh. Talking Japanese.
Let's talk about Marina Yoshikawa, a professional cleaner who was employed to clear and clean Ray's loft 3 times a week. He had given her 2 rules to follow. Firstly, the 3 cleaning days were not to be known in advance, and Marina was meant to turn up unannounced. Secondly, and this is more interesting, Marina was to only speak in Japanese when working for Gray.
Yeah, they ought to be making another game for Poe Monroe.
At 10 minutes past 4. She remembers distinctly because the door had been bolted from the inside, and when she asked in Japanese whether she should come back another time, she was shocked to receive a rude dismissal, also in Japanese. Mordecai had never spoken to her that way before, so she quickly fled, but on later reflection admitted to Justice Un it definitely was not Gray's voice. The voice she heard was not deep enough, and Gray couldn't speak a word of Japanese. However, we can all assume that the murderer could.
Okay, so the killer speaks Japanese.
Yes.
Man. Those telephone booths is definitely something that you really don't see anymore these days. Though I do wonder if they are still a thing. I'm a bit curious. Hmm.
I think you're probably dreaming. Have you caught yourself asleep during your shift? I won't say anything, but Miss Argento would not be happy. Not that she comes in ever. Get some rest. You'll be fine.
The person I was seeing in London before my dad died. He was Japanese, like Marina. I couldn't understand a word when we first met, but it didn't matter. We spent all our time in bed. I think it's the happiest I've ever been with anyone.
Power.
Isn't it great to hear people's thoughts? You know, to be a fly on the wall. I mean, I know you can't keep your mouth shut, but neither can Pip. I mean, would I get twice as much for blackmailing a blackmailer?
Blackmail, you say? Obviously, I don't think the twins did it, so I could cross them off the list. Or at least Sunday. I mean, I already did cross them off the list when I got rid of the painting, but... Money... Xavier...
I think Caroline left her bank statements lying around because she wanted to be found out. You could clearly see the payments from Mother. It wasn't the payments, though. It was the reports documenting my every move. Violating.
Wait, who's got... Javier...
The twin. She's dead, isn't she? And you gave her my clock. I'm not interested in posing for you today. I came here to give you one last chance to explain yourself. Who are you, Mordecai? Did you kill that girl?
What?
After she had me fired, she felt guilty and carried on paying Caroline to marry me. When I found out, Caroline said it had never been about the money. Said I'd stolen her heart.
Wow. What a jerk.
They're saying I made up my disease. That I never had it. It was never recorded. But I know what happened. You cured me, Mordecai, so that I could live for the rest of my life knowing that you helped me cheat death. And made me part of your sick scheme. She'd stabbed me a lot. I was bleeding out, but she just couldn't kill me. She knew she was going to be in trouble, so we were just haggling about how much. Caroline convinced Mother to change her will, leaving me as sole beneficiary instead of the Orc Society. Before we married. I'm not the greedy one.
Okay, so for some reason I can't access her.
He was having an affair, which drove his wife to suicide. She couldn't ignore it anymore, so he basically killed his whole family one way or another. Britain. Music teacher and marriage advocate.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No. No. Oh no. No. Oh no. 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 Oh no. 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 Oh no. 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 Yes.
I'll take care of Sunday's parents before their next iteration. I'll take care of Sunday's parents before their next iteration.
I see. Okay.
I think you're probably dreaming. Have you caught yourself asleep during your shift? I won't say anything, but Miss Argento would not be happy. Not that she comes in ever. Get some rest. You'll be fine.
Thank you for calling the Tips Hotline. Tips Hotline can reveal one of the innocent suspects. This is a paid-for service. Please hang up, insert payment, and redial. Have a nice day.
Okay. Very interesting.
Vice Justice Catherine Myers, a narcissistic megalomaniac who thrives on controlling others. Fortunately, Mordecai managed to shake off her spell.
Yeah, I would just like to get back to finding out who the killer is. Alright, I don't think it's Lilith now. And it's certainly not the twins. So it's gotta be one of these four. Professor Myers.
I'm fluent in English and legalese.
Abuse. Alright. So it's obviously not Lilith or the twins. That I know for certain. Get these three to clear up. I don't know how I'm gonna clear out her, but whatever.
I saw it for myself. Sitting on customers' laps, wrapping my arms around them and slipping their watches off their wrists. It was me, but it wasn't me. I can't explain it, but I didn't do it.
Otto.
Do you have an addiction, or do you just thrive on deceit? You're like my dad. All charm and holier than thou on the outside, hiding the devil on the inside. He hit me. That's why I was in my room. I was hiding from him. I was too scared to come out.
Damn. Okay,
Why did you make her pose naked? That is not what we agreed. She left me a note. A goodbye note. Saying that she'd cheated on me. You told her that you'd paid for her to pose naked? So a lie and a betrayal. And my ex-fiancé thinks you're a better catch.
I was bluffing. No one would have believed me anyway. You're a celebrated artist. You have all the power. Who am I? I asked Leo how he thought I stole from customers while I was performing. He didn't have an answer. I asked to see the security footage to prove it wasn't me. He couldn't even look at me.
I'm fluent in English and legalese. Spence is my mother's maiden name. My grandfather was Mayor Rickman Spence. I do not agree with his politics. He tried to drown my grandmother in the Aurora trials too.
What?
Our program is being rolled out worldwide. Soon, there will be no more crime. People will still be free. But they'll also answer to me if needed.
Lady, you're coming off completely unhinged.
I can speak English and Spanish, that's it. So, no hablo japonés.
I know enough to get by.
Ever spoken to Marina?
I don't think Mordecai would have allowed it.
Did you speak to her?
I mean, you should ask her. I don't remember.
Konnichiwa. Everyone know that.
So you can speak Japanese?
Enough. My teacher was Japanese, so I picked some up.
Did you talk with Marina?
I never spoke to Marina face to face.
What about from behind a door?
Do I need a lawyer?
Yep, Javier's the killer. Okay. Javier's definitely the killer. Oh. What is going on now? The murderer is... Oh my god, let this be right. Because everything all points out to him. Oh, I need to review this one more time. Okay,
He left me alone once in his loft, but it wasn't Halloween.
Did you know about the spare key?
No.
Did you take the diamond figurine?
No, why would I do that?
You seem agitated.
Because it sounds like you think I'm a suspect.
I told you I don't have a key. There was a spare key above the door, but that's not much use when you're locked inside.
Locked inside?
He liked to lock the doors when he painted me.
So you knew where the spare key was?
Obviously, I just told you.
I'd used it once, months ago. I mean, I'd left Pip there and needed to get him for a gig.
Did you keep the key?
Nah. Actually, now you mention it, I can't remember. Maybe I've still got it.
I didn't know about the key.
Did he ever leave you alone in the loft?
No. I don't get myself into those kinds of scrapes.
I was prescribed ketamine in tablet form.
Why are you specifying tablets?
Because I assume it was a liquid form used on Mordecai.
How do you know that?
Well, because you can't inject tablets.
How do you know it was injected?
Well, I don't know, because force-feeding him tablets sounds silly.
I'm sure you already know there's ketamine at the manor.
Do you have access to it?
I have a key, yes.
Anything gone missing recently?
I don't know. I'd have to check.
I've used ketamine for hunting in the past.
Do you know how much to administer to knock someone out?
Yes. I used to be a surgeon. That's not a crime, is it?
Would we find any in your house if we looked?
You'll need a warrant.
I can speak English and Spanish. That's it. So, no hablo japonés.
I know enough to get by.
Ever spoken to Marina?
I don't think Mordecai would have allowed it.
Did you speak to her?
I mean, you should ask her. I don't remember.
Konnichiwa. Doesn't everyone know that?
So you can speak Japanese?
Enough. My teacher was Japanese, so I picked some up.
Did you talk with Marina?
I never spoke to Marina face to face.
What about from behind a door?
Do I need a lawyer?
Everything points down to either him or her. Oh, this is gonna be tough. After reviewing the police interviews, it can't be Otto. Uh... Do I need to review this one more time? I need to review... I'm sorry, I need to review both of their interviews one more time because... Don't want to get this all wrong.
I didn't know about the key.
Did he ever leave you alone in the loft?
No. I don't get myself into those kinds of scrapes.
He left me alone once in his loft, but it wasn't Halloween.
Did you know about the spare key?
No.
Did you take the diamond figurine?
No, why would I do that?
You seem agitated.
Because it sounds like you think I'm a suspect.
I'm sure you already know there's ketamine at the manor.
Do you have access to it?
I have a key, yes.
Anything gone missing recently?
I don't know. I'd have to check.
I've used ketamine for hunting in the past.
Do you know how much to administer to knock someone out?
Yes. I used to be a surgeon. That's not a crime, is it?
Would we find any in your house if we looked?
You'll need a warrant.
I know enough to get by.
Ever spoken to Marina?
I don't think Mordecai would have allowed it.
Did you speak to her?
I mean, you should ask her. I don't remember.
Konnichiwa. Doesn't everyone know that?
So you can speak Japanese?
Enough. My teacher was Japanese, so I picked some up.
Did you talk with Marina?
I never spoke to Marina face to face.
What about from behind a door?
Do I need a lawyer?
Okay, I think I've seen enough. I hope I'm making the right choice.
He left me alone once in his loft, but it wasn't Halloween.
Did you know about the spare key?
No.
Did you take the diamond figurine?
No, why would I do that?
You seem agitated.
Because it sounds like you think I'm a suspect.
Oh, no.
I've used ketamine for hunting in the past.
Do you know how much to administer to knock someone out?
Yes. I used to be a surgeon. That's not a crime, is it?
Would we find any in your house if we looked?
You'll need a warrant.
Yes.
Konnichiwa. Doesn't everyone know that?
So you can speak Japanese?
Enough. My teacher was Japanese, so I picked some up.
Did you talk with Marina?
I never spoke to Marina face to face.
What about from behind a door?
Do I need a lawyer?
Yes.
Oh!
I think your timings are slightly off. I didn't kill him. Someone got there before me.
What?
You should have just given me the money, Mordecai.
What?
I would have made you so proud.
Oh!
Well, that's it for the Grey exhibition. Time to pack up the paintings until next year. I wonder if they'll ever solve his murder. Probably not. Anyway, you better head off. Unless
Oh my
you wanna do some
God.
overtime?
I could have sworn everything was pointing down to him. Oh my God. I mean, I couldn't even access her entry because it was freaking locked. Obviously, I didn't catch the killer. So, this did not rule in my favor. I mean, at least we tried. Like, I really could have sworn that everything was pointing down to him. Like, oh my God. Well, I guess that is the Murderous Muses. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell to stay up to date for future content. And until the next time, catch you guys later.